All right. It is a great day in South Florida. It is Sunday. It is 77 degrees out. It is beautiful. It is, my name is Chris Igoe, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. I am committed to making the most immersive experience I can for you and for others so that you can learn as much about what it's like to live in South Florida as possible prior to being here. And if you are here locally, that's great. This will help you too. So today's video is going to be all about touring downtown Boynton Beach and the coastal areas that exist. So the Marina, the ocean, Oceanfront Park, and some of the downtown things that have been recently built by the municipality to make living here a better experience. Now, I've got all of this on GPS and 3D, so I'm just going to point out things as we drive closer to the beach. The 7-Eleven on the corner there, that is a spot that I like to stop at prior to going to the beach, especially if I'm with my kids. We'll pick up a Slurpee, and we may do that on the way to or the way back, depends. But to give you a 5,000-foot overview of what the area is like. So Boynton and basically almost all the cities that exist within Southeast Palm Beach County are laid out similarly, right? So you're bordered by the ocean to the east and the Everglades to the west. Now the landmass in between is massive. So there are lots of communities that exist in between that we're trying to showcase and feature all of. So if you have not seen the video yet, check out the playlist or the playlists that exists that are labeled by city, and it is very likely that I've created that content already. But in the event that I haven't, and there's an area that you're interested in or a question that you have, then leave that in the comments down below or call me up, shoot me a text. Reach out any way that you want to, but we will answer that question and we will create that content. Now, for me, I describe the eastern section. So like if you wanted for me to describe East Boynton, I would describe that as any area east of 95. And then the central area, I would consider 95, just past 95 all the way to the Turnpike. That's a massive section of land. And so there are lots of developments and all kinds of things that exist in that massive section of land. And then as you get past the Turnpike and into those western communities, which extend out to the Everglades, again, depending on where you're at, you can see we're going over the overpass of 95. And 95 is going to take you wherever you want to go, north and south, right? You can take that all the way up to New York. You can take it all the way down to the Keys. Turnpike, same thing, or similar. And that's great. So if you have to commute, then it might be desirable to be in a community that's close to one of those main roads. But these days, not everybody has to commute, so lots of people have lots of options. Now, what you might notice is as we get into this eastern or the downtown area, it feels older. It looks older. There's lots of development happening, but it's also factually true that this is an area that is sometimes, depending on where you're at, it's challenged and challenging. So we're going down Seacrest for a second, and there are plenty of homes that exist on Seacrest that are less than desirable for different people. And then there are some that it's perfect for because the price points are a lot more affordable. But you should definitely be mindful of the stats that exist in all of those areas. Like, check out those crime rates, check out the school system. I'm pulling into this is all brand new. So the city of Boynton Beach, you can see the playground right there, which is really cool. And all of these buildings are new, and they spent a fortune to make this a very desirable area. And this is Boynton Beach Town Square. You've got an amphitheater, children's museum, art museum, and that amphitheater there they have all kinds of events here, right? So for St. Patrick's Day, they had a big concert and festival, and it was really cool. And there's lots of opportunities for you to max out South Florida living in all of these areas, right? So it's not unique to Boynton, but what is unique about Boynton is that they've spent a fortune. All of these areas are on the uptick. The newer communities tend to be out west, and the areas that we're driving through right now, you can see it looks a lot different. It looks a lot older. Doesn't make it bad or good, just makes it what it is. And I want you to have an idea of what that looks like, because every price point, there is something that exists for every price point and every lifestyle that you can afford. But this little strip here, I think, is super cool. You've got these this outdoor restaurant right here, and there's all kinds of different kind of eclectic things that are really nice, that I enjoy and the family enjoys, and I suspect that you will too. Now, this building here is newer. There's all kinds of new buildings. You got Dewey Park right there, Parks and Recreation. But this area that we're driving through right now will be look and feel Hurricane Alley. You got to check out. It is fantastic. The area adjacent across their catty corner to us, that big swath of land there, all of this area here, and right now we're crossing over Federal Highway, is in play for development, right? So there is tons of money that is coming into this area, investor money, that's going to reface it, or reface it, is that a word? But going to upgrade and improve this area. So Boynton would love for this to be more similar in look and feel to what downtown Delray looks like. And because downtown Delray, which by the way I've done lots of tours on, you should absolutely check out, but because that's pretty much maxed out, max capacity, there is no more land. Well, there's no more land, but also the opportunities to build and develop and do those things. It's happening right now as we speak, but those opportunities are diminishing. And so with that, the next logical progression is Boynton Beach. And Boynton Beach, to me, arguably, Oceanfront Park, I like that, given my stage in life, I like that a lot more than I like downtown Delray Beach or Delray Beach. Now, don't get me wrong, I love that area too, and it's got its own, pros and cons, but this tends to be less trafficked, at least for now. And don't get me wrong, it does get busy, so I won't be surprised if when we drive up to the beach, it's completely slammed. But we're going to check out the Marina, we're going to check out Oceanfront Park, we're going to check out the inlet, and as you can see, there's all kinds of retail and shops and office space that exist. There will be a lot more, and so it will be newer, it will be nicer, it will be more expensive, and that's in play. So I'm turning into the Boynton Marina now, which if we kept going, we would go over the Intercoastal Bridge. But we're not going to do that right this second, so I can show you what exists. So you got the Banana Boat Restaurant, and you've got the Sea Mist boat. You've got charter fishing in here. You can rent jet skis. I do this not as often as I would like. It's so much fun. Like, you can have a blast here. I don't have a boat at this point because we live out in West Boynton, which again in the morning it takes me 15 minutes to get to the beach and watch the sunrise. But my solution to that is when I want to rent a jet ski or rent a boat or go fishing or whatever that is, I just come down here and I can do that really easily. It's not too expensive. It is a lot of fun, and basically I don't have to upkeep a boat or any of those things that go along with that, which is perfect for me. Now, a lot of people who I speak to say, well, we'd love to have that access essentially on demand. Well, there are boat clubs that you can join, which for a fee will give you that opportunity where you're able to go out there and rent a boat, do whatever you want, and that's awesome, right? So wave runners, jet skis, charter boats, whatever you want to do, go fishing, it's all good. Now, there's not a pier here, obviously, so you'd be renting a boat to go fishing or going on a drift boat, but there's parking over here. And the 2 restaurants that exist, which is Banana Boat and 2 Georges, are great restaurants, right? They've got the live music, they've got great food, it's a lot of fun. When I'm done at the beach, it's not uncommon for me to stop at those places in order to, I'm not gonna go, that looks like a gigantic mess of waiting, which I don't feel like doing, but it's a lot of fun. And so, you know, you're just spent the day at the beach, you're tired, you're hungry, the family's hungry, everybody's hungry, boom, you're right there at the restaurant. You can see what's cool about these apartments and or condos that exist is they've got boat slips that you can have access to, and so that's a really nice thing to have if that's the lifestyle you want to live. You can see people walking around, maxing out South Florida, living to the fullest, getting that coastal vibe. It's April, and you know, it's a great day to go to the beach. It's 75 degrees out. There's a nice little breeze. It's not too humid. It's not too hot yet, but make no mistake, it will be. All right, so I'm going to loop back around and now take you down over the intercoastal, and we'll check out the beach. We'll make a left, but right now we're on the corner of Federal and Boynton Beach Boulevard. You got a gas station. What you can't see over there, or maybe it's challenging to see, I don't know how good the 360 cam is, but I'll focus that in editing. There's it's a very quaint little ice cream shop over there. What you may see in front of us is birds, chicken and seafood. Now, I mentioned I like to stop in and dine in at those restaurants and eat waterfront and get the live music, and they've got bar and restaurant, all that kind of stuff. That's a very fun experience, and I'm not discounting that. But if I'm in a hurry and I don't feel like doing that, maybe I shouldn't say in a hurry, but on the way home, if I don't feel like committing the time to sitting down and eating, which can be great when you're in the mood for it, but sometimes you just don't have the time. That Bud's Chicken and Seafood is incredible. I love that place. Really, really good food. They make the food fresh, and you can get great fried chicken, you can get great fried shrimp. That was the ice cream place. The boardwalk I was mentioning, and now we're doing a little loop-de-loop and going back down Ocean Avenue. 500 Ocean is an apartment complex that is newer, and the vibe down here is obviously going to be different than it is in West Boynton, right? So you're going to have more action down here than you would. When I say action, like, this is a more touristy feel, more party atmosphere, more I want to say it's more fun because that's objective, but it's just a different vibe, right? So you're getting the coastal vibe here. Anything that's going to be close to any property that has access to the ocean or the intercoastal you're going to pay a premium for that. So it's going to be very pricey, period. As you move into the central areas, it tends to get a little bit less expensive. And as you go out west to the newer communities, which are intentionally planned for maxing out that experience with the resort style amenities and all that kind of stuff, that's going to be very expensive too. But you're going to find as you're driving from east to west, it typically feels like you're shifting gears a little bit here, and sometimes, depending on where you're at, it feels like you're going back in time. So you're going to pass a lot of older strip malls, a lot of 55 plus communities, and that's not what we're about to experience now, because but you can see they're building right there on the intercoastal. Look at the I'll edit the videos. You can see all the boats going back and forth. You can see the people walking. There's a lot of, this is a highly desirable place to live. And we are now entering, so we were in Boynton, we're now in Ocean Ridge. Ocean Ridge I've done videos in too, and you can see the houses on the either side of the street. This is Ocean Ridge is very pricey. And you're paying for that proximity to the ocean and for that lifestyle. But within Ocean Ridge, you're going to find homes that exist that are, they go 30 million, 40 million, 50 million. I think the most expensive sale in Ocean Ridge was recent, and it was maybe even north of that. I'm not 100% sure, but these are mansions. These are oceanfront luxury mansions that are incredible. And then right across the street, you got some older homes that exist, and they're pricey too. The land value on that is highly in demand. But you may ask yourself, I love that house. It's not finished. It's been it's been being worked on for a long time. But this is Ocean Ridge City Hall, or Town Hall, excuse me. But when we go into Oceanfront Park, that is considered Boynton Beach. And why is that? Well, there's a whole big story behind that. But look at these brand new homes right on the intercoastal, very modern. Right next to that, you've got condos and apartments that exist that are going to be a lot less expensive, but very, relatively speaking, but very in demand because of this access to being able to walk across the street and be at the beach. Now, Oceanfront Park is one of my favorite beaches. It's got lots of parking, which today looks like they are maxed out, but it's also noon on a Sunday, so not surprising. They've got great, I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing here. Nice lady, looks like she's setting up for a picnic. But there's, I don't want to call it a boardwalk because it's not really a boardwalk, but it's a boardwalk. Let's call it whatever. It's not a wooden boardwalk, but you've got a strip of, and you can see the boats out there. They got a concession stand. They've got chair access, and they've got lifeguards. They've got all the support staff that you would need to really enjoy a day at the beach. And I love coming here. Also, this area of, depending on where you're at, the beach can be a lot wider in places than others. So Delray Beach has a very wide beach. This has a medium, actually this is pretty wide too, but there are areas as you get up into Lantana and Lake Worth that are very, very thin. You can see the playground. There are all kinds of pavilions for picnicking. When I say all kinds, that's not true. There are a few, but if you want them, you better come here early and or reserve it, which I think you can also do. I've never done that here, but the parking is pretty easy if it's not maxed out. There is an app for you to use, and then you can pay for your parking. But as you can see, lots of people out here. I am stuck behind somebody who's actually looking to park. I am not one of them. Hello, baby. I don't know, ever since I've got young kids, I feel compelled to wave at all. Oh, baby. Hello, baby. And then people look at me like I'm a lunatic. Or maybe they don't. I don't know. That's just what I think they think. But all right, so plenty of bike parking. Really accessible restrooms when you're here, outdoor showers to wipe or to wash off with, and I always encourage you to do that because sea lice are a thing. And usually when I walk into I didn't used to pay attention to this as much, but it's a very good practice, is they have a big blackboard, news announcement board or I don't know if it's a news announcement board, but they've got this big notice of what the weather conditions are, what the sea life conditions are, what the tide conditions are. Very important to pay attention to that, which, as I mentioned, I didn't used to do up until I got destroyed by sea lice, and and not just sea lice. It wasn't, I scratched that, it wasn't sea lice, it was man-o-war. Man-o-war are, you know, something that you do not want to experience. And the reason I say that board is critical is that it's obvious when there are man-o-war carcasses, which are these little like purple or multicolored like jelly bubble things that are on the sand as you approach the water. When I see those, then obviously you avoid them at all costs. However, what I didn't know is sometimes those carcasses are not on the, I don't know if carcass is the right word, whatever. Sometimes I don't see any evidence of that and go in the water, but what can happen is their tentacles they can get broken up in the water or whatever the case is, and those little floaters will sting you, and it just makes your life miserable. So pay attention to that. I'm going to keep on trucking a little bit here and show the inlet. And again, I've done these videos before, just not with the 360 cam, so I'm hoping this content is more immersive. I'm committed to making the most immersive content that exists, so that you can save time and experience what living in South Florida is all about. You can see all the people biking and walking and just enjoying their day. When I say biking, now you also have motorcycles too. So bicycles, you got a peloton of people who are out there training on their bike, and then you've got people just joyriding around, checking out this beautiful day. Now, if I was to turn up one of these communities or one of these streets, what you would find is lots more. When I say lots more, that's a relative term, but you'll find homes that have intercoastal access that are very nice. They are also quite pricey because you're paying that premium to live that coastal lifestyle. And then on the opposite side, what you'll likely find are condos that exist that also provide that option. And yes, you're paying a premium to live the coastal lifestyle that exists down here in South Florida. Now, in terms of proximity, if we were going south, which we're not, we're going north, this is going to take us into Lake Worth and Lantana. But if we were going the opposite direction, we'd be in Delray. We are very close to both of those places. So and I'm guesstimating here, it's 10 minutes to 15 minutes to get to downtown Delray. It is 10 to 15 minutes to go the opposite direction and be at Lake Worth Beach, where maybe it's a little bit more than that, but we're entering into, and this is you got Ocean Inlet Park to our left. Maybe I'll drive by there. But what I really want to show you is the inlet from the opposite perspective. So if you wanted to come in here and launch your boat, there's boat ramps, you can do that. If you want to go fishing on that pier over there, you can absolutely do that. Lots of people do that. It's a lot of fun. This inlet is dangerous. If you Google Boynton Beach Inlet wipeouts or boats getting destroyed or whatever that looks like, if you are not, you must be mindful of the tide, of the current, of the weather conditions, and be aware that if you are a novice, you are going to get your ass handed to you by the Mother Nature does not play games, and there are lots of videos that exist of boats getting flipped and things like that. But that is not that's more the exception than it is the rule. Most people have enough common sense to realize when they're in over their head and they don't go, if it looks dangerous, it's because it is dangerous. So use common sense. But over here, you can see there's some homes over there. You got people parked over in that little bay, which is cool. They're just maxing out South Florida living to its fullest. And again, it's a beautiful day out here in South Florida. But what I particularly enjoy when I come out here, and I'll go out to that pier, and I'll if I'm not fishing, I might just come out here and just soak it in. But I'll watch, and you'll see people on jet skis that might get too ambitious with trying to jump the wake or whatever that is, and doesn't usually end well. Very fun to watch, though. All right. There we go. But you can see all the people, and you can see it's a beautiful day out. You got somebody out there doing I wanted to say skywriting, but I don't know if that's what it's called. I think that's what it's called. But you see the guy out there on the parachute getting pulled by the boat. It's a lot of fun. All right, Ocean Inlet Park, which is Town Ridge, not Boynton. But that's okay. Oh, if they're going to charge me something, then I'm definitely not going in. Oh, good. They're not. Perfect. All right. So they are doing a marina replacement right now. And they had been working on this for a while. Looks like they're really getting after it now. But they're building new facilities here to make it more optimal for the people who want to use these facilities. And lots of parking. Let's see if it doesn't want to let me go that way. All right, I'm not going to be an a-hole and go that way. I'm just going to follow the directions, which I have selective, not selective amnesia. I have selective listening skills as it relates to following directions sometimes. All right, but we're going to keep on doing our little tour. Hopefully this guy doesn't make me wait too long. I suspect he's going to. But as you can see, traffic is not, or parking is not exactly optimal here. There's a lot of people, and everybody wants to come to the beach and enjoy the day. Lots of people over there on the tables. You can see lots of people fishing. I mean, this is a lot of fun. It's a really nice area. And you're going to get a lot of this in other places too, right? So all of Southeast Palm Beach County, Lake Worth, Delray, Boynton, which we were in, now we're in Town Ridge, Lantana, Boca, they all have, now look at these people out there partying, dancing, having a great time, got their family with them, just out there having a blast. That's what South Florida living is all about, right? That's why so many people want to live here. And it is a great place to live. A lot of freedom, a lot of options of fun things to do. And porta potties. I mean, who doesn't want to move to Florida so that they can use a porta potty? I know I do. But over here, there's a playground, as you can see, a little beach. Lots of people out there picnicking and doing whatever it is they're doing, having fun. And that's cool. All kinds of walking paths exist. And we're going to just check. Oh, let's see here, pal. And you got a big red truck. Come to Florida by a big red truck. All right. But this is nice. This is South Florida. This is a great place to live. Now, what you can see, this is good. All right, so look at this little beach. You got people out there doing their thing. I'm interested to see what they're building right there. And you got a police presence too, which is a good thing. You want to know that you're safe and your belongings and your valuables in your car are safe while you're out here at the beach. So that's a good thing. We want that. And, certain areas are more, crime susceptible than others, but the ones that have the police there are probably going to be the safer places to go. So, all right, what are we doing? So just back to, basic fundamentals of the 5,000-foot overview. Anything that's coastal is going to be very expensive. Anything that's central, depending on where you're at, is typically going to be a little bit older, a little bit less expensive. Again, right now I'm talking about Lantana, Lake Worth, Delray, Boynton Beach, and holds true in Boca too, except Boca is a little bit of its own. It's a little bit unique in that not that there are certainly older places that exist in Boca, but for the most part, the city of Boca, every place is very safe, is very nice, is zoned for good schools and all that kind of stuff. It's not necessarily true in those other places. So again, I'm talking with broad strokes here, right? Anything coastal, you're paying a premium. Anything's anything that's coastal with intercoastal access or close to downtown or close to anything fun, you're paying a premium for that. Anything that is central is probably going to require you to do some more research to know exactly where you're shopping, because the schools, the crime rates, the things around it could be very different than exist in the newer places that exist as you go and make your way further west. So again, no good, bad, right, or wrong. It's just price point and lifestyle that you want. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, tell a friend. If there's ever anything we can do to help serve or support you in your real estate journey, buying, selling, renting, investing, whatever it is, actually scratch that, not renting. There are no rentals. We're not going to be your best option with that. But anything else, we are always here to help. Please, if you're even thinking about moving to or living in South Florida, you've got to give me a call. Text, DM, send a carrier pigeon, smoke signal, by any means necessary, because we've got your back when it comes to moving to or living in South Florida. And until next time, peace.